Okay, this week's free pick, MPEL, Melco Crown Entertainment Limited. This reminds me a little bit of Borders Group, BGP, from last week, the pick we sent out. As always, we've got about 6 or 7 stocks on watch for our members for our live trading chat room tomorrow. And we'll add some in the pre-market if we have any interesting gappers. And we'll add some as we spot intraday exciting setups as well. But that said, we start every day with a list of potential plays, and MPEL is one of them. Reminds me a little bit of that BGP. We had a spike here to 435, spike here to 417, both on good volume, and then today's spike on good volume again to 414. So assuming this opens somewhere around 4. In other words, if it opens at 440, if it opens at 340, because remember, when we put these videos out, it's at night, the market's closed, and we don't know how it's going to open tomorrow, okay? But assuming we open somewhere around 4, I will be taking this if it breaks 414. In other words, 415 is a trigger. You have another catalyst here if it gets to 418, a break of this day's high. And then if it gets over 435, in other words 436, you do have basically dominoes. This could start knocking down, kind of like Borders Group last week. I'd love to see a return like that. Borders Group gave us a 24% profit potential last week. That said, we don't know that this is going to do that at all. So we always trade with money we can afford to lose. And we will also follow up on Wednesday night to show you a video of what we did with MPEL, kind of an after-the-fact teaching tool so you can get inside of our heads what we see and how we feel about what we see as the day unfolds. Okay, so we might not trade this at all. But if everything acts normal and it opens around here, around where it closed, this is a nice setup. It reminds me a lot of that Borders Group. So it could be a nice trade here. Use tight stops. Only trade with money you can afford to lose. Oh, and one thing, I almost never hold overnight, but I did hold some MPEL. I bought some today at $3.95 in a 401k type account. So I do have a few, small amount, but I do have a few shares from there. So I thought I'd disclose that since almost 99.9% of the time I'm in cash every night, even in my 401k, unless I spot an opportunity. So I did buy a few here, but I also had a nice trade from $3.97 to 410 on Tuesday in my trading account, but I wasn't willing to hold any overnight in a trading account. 401k, not a big deal, a small amount. But anyway, I'll follow up tomorrow night with a video on what we did with MPEL. Have a great night and talk to you tomorrow.